social anxiety, spiritual awakening and trauma healing. Social anxiety can come on for many different reasons, and I know the COVID did a lot of people got stuck through the COVID in that routine of being alone and isolated. So, and I know I might be one of those as well, because I don't really go out very often, and I'll be honest with you, I think I do have some social anxiety myself, and I want to share you what I feel that's helped me get through this. Okay, social anxiety can come on at any time in your life. It can be medically induced. It could just be that you've always struggled to be around a lot of people, or people in general. I know I've struggled ever since I've had my spiritual awakening, ever since I've woken up, really woken up to me, not just to what's going on in the world, to me, who I am, what I am, and how I've come to where I am right now. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. And then we have this realization, a spiritual realization, and everything falls apart, the world crumbles. We go through such a lot in a very short time. Fine and dandy, and then the next thing, boom. I had my spiritual awakening while I was fleeing myself from domestic violence, and that's why I had my spiritual awakening. I think mine was more of a Kundalini awakening. Layers and layers of suppressed emotion came up, and I learned to embrace them tears, and if I was crying, I felt fresh afterwards, like I'd had a rebirth, like it was an ending and a new go and stand on the grass, standing on the grass, Mother Nature. If you walk on soil, you're walking on Mother Nature. Mother Nature, if you're spiritually awake, you're going to feel that you're going to need to be in nature. You'll feel the pull, and when you're in nature, you'll feel this calmness about you, and whatever's going on in your mind, you'll clear it. It just like Mother Nature takes it all away. And I really recommend feel every movement really that you do. You know, when you're walking, your breath, feel your steps, and just go and relax and go with it. That's what I do when I'm in nature. I walk, just slow, nice and slow, just look around, absorb, sit down on a bench and sit there for about 10 minutes. See so much going on. When you was a child and you was in school, you probably saw somebody be bullied. So you put up this mask of being this person to make you feel more powerful, and so that the bullies would stay away from you. But this is something that you've put up. You've put up a mask, and that's part of the social anxiety as well, because you're now putting on a front. You're now pretending that you're not bothered anymore, and you are. Bad energy will come up. Bad energy will come up. Try sitting on the floor with your back really straight and your legs. Pay attention to what pops up. Don't get into it, just pay attention. Try to be the observer. You're not that mind. You just have to watch it. Just have to watch it. That's all you have to do. And as you watch it, you'll notice there'll be certain little things pop up. There'll be loads of little things that will pop up. Get a notebook and a pen and write them out, because they're really important that you need to face. As you go through your spiritual awakening, you might feel that, you know, what is it? What is it with me? What's changed? Because you will feel really different. You'll feel like you've been enlightened with something, that you know something that nobody else knows. And that's what it feels like at first. It feels like, wow, I know that. Does everybody else know that? I need to tell the world. I know that's what I was like. I've got to tell the world. I've got a purpose. My God. I had psychosis. I was going around trying to stop the 5G, the towers being built, and I thought that if I went down in nature and I caught them, I had the right to stop them because they were doing something wrong. I thought I had a reason to be here, and that's what it was. I was so psychotic. I'd watched so much that of all this stuff that was delivered to make us have fear, and that's what it's all for.
I'm spiritual now.
I think spiritual awakening isn't really what everybody says it is. I know as I've awoken, not just to the world, to make us feel that way. To who I am. I've really done loads of self-development. I've done so much self-work. We have a conscious and a subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is the conscious part of us that's awake all the time. It's following what's going on, it's listening. So if you're falling asleep, this subconscious mind is taking all of that. So these are the sort of things I mean by being awake. You're awake to all of these little things that you never realised that were even there. You never realised that you could feel like you feel right now. You feel so powerful. You feel like, right, I can take on the world. You get all this energy and you just don't know what to do with it. I had massive panic attacks. I had panic attack if I was going out anywhere. I didn't want to meet people. I didn't want to see people. I was just in my dressing gown, sat on my sofa, feeling sorry for myself. But as time went through and my awakening came and went.
And came and went and came and went, and it just goes around and around and around and around and around.
You think you've got through it and then all of a sudden something else comes. And I think there's 7 stages to spiritual awakening anyway. So when you're at that first bit, you're going to be questioning a lot of things. You're going to feel probably a little bit more social anxiety around people that you know that are not vibrating on your frequency. You know too much. You need people around you that are going to enlighten you and fill you with extra power and energy. I can't even explain it any more than that, but you need to be around these people. You need to find new friends. You won't resonate with all your old friends anymore. The realization that you have once you become awoke, and once you've gone through all your trauma healing, because a trauma can be something so simple. It could even be something that happened to you as a child when you was crying and nobody came, and that little bit right there is just where you're stuck and you can't move past it, because it's just that little thing that you just didn't realise that happened that did this. But as you go through this, give yourself a break, give yourself peace, give yourself nice things. Go treat yourself to a nice drink while you're out. You know, go to a nice little restaurant and sit there and observe people. Don't interact, just observe. Listen to the furthest thing that you can hear. I love doing that. I have my house like this, no noise. It's taken my boy, my parrot, a long time to learn to live like this again, because we used to always have music banging, and now I just feel so much calmer without all that. I don't need it. I don't need all these frequencies. It just ruins my head. I like same level. I have a really bad tinnitus. My ears are screaming right now. You probably have been on a fight and flight mode all your life and not even known it. Fight and flight mode is where you are living on the edge. You're not sure. I think it's really important. I write all the time. I've always got notes. I've spilled coffee on my notebook. I'm always writing notes. It's so important. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. I mean, it's just like all this stuff that helps you understand what's going on. The imbalance from suppressed emotions. I love it. I cried. I didn't resist it. I allowed it. I would be like, oh my God, I'd be crying my head off of it. And I'd be, oh, I should be so tired, and I just needed to rest, and I had so much like in my head was going on, and I didn't know what to do with it all, and it was so overwhelming, and I would cry. And then in the end, now if I cry, I just embrace it. I don't try to stop myself. You know, many times when you've had an argument and you keep that strong face and you don't cry and you make yourself not cry and all that lot. that is not good for you. It's not good for your mental health, it's not good for your body, and it's not good for your throat chakra. You need to keep this throat chakra going. You need to keep talking. You need to be honest with people and tell them how you see things or how you feel. Not everybody's gonna get you. I know I struggled with that one myself. I lost a lot of friends because when the COVID was going on, I was shouting it all over Facebook saying, oh my God, why are you really listening to this? This is a load of nonsense and all this lot. And I was giving it too much, and I was just so psychotic, and everybody was really angry with me, but I didn't understand what was going on. I was psychotic, and that was part of this awakening. It's been part of all my panic attacks and everything. Be okay with being on your own. Be okay. You can be okay being on your own. I've done it since 2019. I actually went to bed last night and I pretended somebody was in the bedroom with me because I felt a bit lonely, and I was like, all right love, I'm just coming to bed now. It made me feel better. Anxiety means energy that wants to move. That's what anxiety is. It's energy that just wants to move through you. So just let it, allow it. Spiritual awakening and severe anxiety and panic attacks was me 100 times over. I didn't realise I was having panic attacks. I was crying, but I was very powerful crying. It wasn't just like tears just falling. This was sobbing, like real deep crying. Letting go of all the fears, which you need to do. You need to let go of all your fears and just learn to breathe and go in nature, like I said. Don't be a victim to your thoughts. You know, don't let them thoughts overwhelm you. Always write them down and date it, like I always tell you. Date what you're writing. Always. Always. And if you don't know the date, look at your phone. Just write the date. So that's a step forward, isn't it? And when you're crying, if somebody says to you, oh, don't cry, tell them no. I need to cry. Let me cry. Just cuddle me. You know, comfort me. I need to cry. Never stop yourself from crying. Never stop anybody else from crying. And don't tell somebody to cheer up. That's humiliating. As people live in fear. Nearly everybody lives in fear. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. It doesn't matter whether you've got that many cars, that many no problems. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We all suffer the same. We all feel it. We all have anxiety around people. We all do. We always have had. But you are the person that you're looking at. That's how deep it goes. That's how deep it goes. You are that person that you see in front of you. We are all one. It's a very powerful thing. Keep researching, write it down, screenshot it, put it into some journal and really look at it. And it really helps if you do. It does. I really hope that you got something out of this video, and if anything, that you can start writing your journal, because it's really important. I get through so much paper. It's unreal. I do. I get through so much paper. I try not to. When it comes from the trees, and it's not fair on the trees, is it? I mean, you go to a tree and you want to hug that tree. Don't just hug it. You say to the tree, "Can I hug you? Is that okay?" And then you hug it. You don't just go, you say, "Can I hug you?" You know, just try it. It is. I don't care what people think. Honestly, don't worry about that. Just do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. Don't worry about other people's thoughts. Don't worry about what they're thinking. 9 times out of 10, they're not even noticing you. So just do it. Be free to be you. Like my Instagram name, free your mind, live your purpose. Free your mind, live your purpose. There you go. Try that. Love you all, and thank you so much for listening. Love, light, and peace to you. And that's how I have got through it. I allowed myself to just go through it. And I used to do this thing that I have shown it before, where you put one hand on your forehead and one hand on your chest. And one hand on your chest, and just lean into it. Really just relax and let your body go. Let your body fall into that support. Breathe. This will help you calm you down.